guys, hello, Mitch here. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I'm at the soup kitchen like I usually am, and today, of course, is Monday, and I wanted to clear the slate, so to speak, for today, because I actually have a lot of stuff to cover, and unfortunately enough, I don't know if you're going to call this a vlog or be cast or combination of both. Well, let's put it this way. I'll keep talking to my arm falls before my arm falls off, okay? How about that for an answer? First of all, I'm a little disappointed I haven't gotten any donations from anyone yet to help defray the operating costs. I really, really, really need this help, guys, because, you know, it's Christmas, okay? I can't stress enough that, you know, the holidays are hard financially for me because I want to help people out, but I can't. So I always get really emotionally depressed and upset and angry, and sometimes I think that I take it out on people in the wrong way. I kind of snapped at Dory yesterday. I shouldn't have snapped at her. I just did. Because it's like, I don't know, it's with all this, with the lack of funding to do a lot of the good stuff that we used to do, it's just emotionally draining. And I'm not mad at Dory or anything. It wasn't really her fault. I said something along the lines of, every time you come over here, you're always looking for a meal, or something like that. And that's not actually accurate. But the problem is that she likes to go out to eat, and I don't have the money to do that. And so I got, you know, a little bit testy because of the reason that there's just no funds to do that kind of stuff anymore. And I know that sounds like it sucks, and it does, and I'm sorry. What else are we going to talk about? Are we going to make it through the rest of this month? Well, I can't say one way or another, good, bad, or neutral. I just can tell you is that the bills are paid. I have a meeting with the Salvation Army today to try to see if they can help me with my electric bill. So maybe they can pay for 1 month, so at least I can have the $100 available next month for buying late Christmas presents. That'd be great. But I don't know what their policy is, and I'm not going to know until I go and see them. I have an appointment with them at 3 o'clock this afternoon. What else? Well, I also was depressed because last night, it was kind of cold in my apartment because Jimmy keeps turning his thermostat down, and it makes my apartment get really cold, which normally isn't so bad. But then when it gets too cold, even I go ahead and crawl under the covers and sleep. Because after all, it's easier to stay warm underneath blankets than it is to run an expensive electric little heater to try to make up for what normally was included in the rent in the first place. Jimmy said he's going to try to get the HVAC tech to finally hook the thermostat up the correct way. The question is when is that going to be? I don't know. What else? Let's say. Oh, yeah. The other thing is that I've just been very depressed because of the lack of snow. I keep telling you that because it's true. I don't know what to do about the snow. I can't change the fact that the El Nino has been so strong this year, and it has basically resulted in not too many people overall benefiting from the lack of snow. I mean, sure, people like the towns and municipal snow removal budgets are certainly breathing a lot of sighs of relief, as right now they bought their initial sand and salt and they're fine, and their trucks are ready to go, but there's just no snow. So, but they do have the equipment ready to go, and what they don't spend on snow removal supplies, that means that they can put it into other areas of the budget as well, such as upkeep of the road, or even possibly using that money for next year's snow removal budget. But for people like me who live for the white stuff, we are absolutely positively beside ourselves because we don't feel a sense of closure. I had a dream, I saw snow in my dream, which of course I got excited, almost like myself out of my hotel room. In a dream. But But that was a dream. That's not the real snow. There wasn't much either. It was only like maybe about a dusting's worth, or maybe a little more than a centimeter in my dream. It wasn't really a lot of snow. But I still have to admit that I really would like to see the real snow sometime soon. Also, I want to redo the video I did on the Blackberry, which I didn't upload yet, because something was, I feel, not only was the focus a little bit crappy, it was, trust me, it was. The other thing too is the Blackberry in this case needs to be the main subject of the video, not me. So, I want to see if I can try to set up the setup a little bit differently, so I can show you the Blackberry Bold 9900 and as a demonstration. And I'll be honest, when I say this up front, is the Blackberry Bold 9900 without the appropriate Blackberry data plan is pretty much not much better than an iPod Touch, maybe. There's no email on it. There's some, but it's not through the BlackBerry system. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not impressed by without the BlackBerry data service. It's a data service. It needs it to work because there's so many things it uses the data service for. So I want to consider getting the BlackBerry data service plan, but we're back into the budget again, and until my finances really change for the better, it's not going to happen. Okay, so my iPhone shall live on T-Mobile for another day, so to speak. Not that it can't be swapped. I did swap the SIM chip into the BlackBerry, and I did test the phone calls, and it worked fine for that. But I just didn't get a chance to really. With the data plan, I can't do really much of the more advanced BlackBerry stuff. I can tell you up front, I'll say it over. I can tell you right now that the BlackBerry Priv has become very popular. It's a big seller for BlackBerry. Initial sales of the BlackBerry Priv, as one reviewer pointed out, it's definitely very popular. It's an Android phone, but it's a BlackBerry Priv with a keyboard on it. So it's got some BlackBerry software with it, obviously. But so much else I can tell you. Now, what else? Are we going to be seeing snow in the next few days? No. Sorry. We're not even going to see. I'm going to be honest. I don't think we're going to even see snow by Yule. And I have to be honest, that sucks. The big one. Okay? Why? I can't really see snow because El Nino is too strong. That's why. I can't. Look. I mean, you can only nudge an elephant so much with a couple of bamboo sticks, guys. Okay, first of all, the skin is super thick, and number one, you ain't gonna be able to make it go very far, and if it doesn't want to, it could turn around and squash you. That's what would happen if I tried to push El Nino away. I can't push El Nino away because it's like a 2-ton gorilla. I'm not gonna be able to push a 2-ton gorilla unless I really had a couple things going for me, which is the conditions have to be so ultimately right. The one thing is you have to have the cold ready to move in, high enough barometric pressure to help push the warm air down south. If that cold air, which does not exist, is just so weak right now, the pressure point, barometric pressure is so weak for the cold air, it's just not succeeding in even holding its own ground. Because El Nino strength. Because one of the things that happens is when you got El Nino with that much warmth, is it's causing all this warm air to have enough muscles to muscle its way into the cold air spots. And the jet stream for a long time has not been very cooperative because El Nino. So now we got some cold air coming in, but it's not now. It's going to probably be in about a week or two. So it's going to suck. It's like, I'm not impressed. I'm really not. I really would like to see more snow, but it's not going to happen unless, of course, things change. Yeah, it's bitter. I had this. I keep forgetting that it's winter, and so the house is all the way over there in the try to see if I can find a great spot for me here. Dial in the looks. Yeah. Or is it better to sit in the shadow like this? I think it's better out there. You think it's better like, yeah, because that always makes you too ruddy. Okay. It's really difficult to balance all the needs of the many versus the needs of the few, or the one. I have to tell you. What else am I going to say? I'm not. Oh, might have to go talk a little bit about Dory. I'm not mad at Dory. I really, really, really kind of regret what I said. What I said last night. I think I wasn't really thinking clearly, and I just, like I said, it's just sort of depressing. I say things sometimes just like everyone else does, but I put my big fat foot in my mouth, and then I wonder why I did that. She doesn't seem like she's mad at me, but that's not the point, okay? I don't matter if she's mad at me or not. I mean, it's... Why did I say it? You know, why did I say it? I don't know. Saying that all she ever wants to do is spend my money when she comes over here, that's not exactly accurate. During the summertime, we had enough money left over that I was able to treat her to dinner. That was because I was at the Yale house, I was still in Section 8, and of course, my utility bills were very low because I wasn't actually in the apartment running the computers and the air conditioning and the heating system and all that. So there was extra money to spare. But now those times are over, and I just sometimes I feel like a real heel when I said that, because I didn't really think about it through. And I'm sorry, I'm human too. I might be a North American snow queen, but that does not make me infallible. Okay. The other thing is too is I really, really wish that we could, then you got this guy called, this one astrologer named Padway. He says to me that by Yule, he says something good's gonna happen to me. Really? Gee, I'd like to see that. But the only problem is what he said about something about money and some checks and something. And that's great. I could use the money. But I need something more than just the money, boys and girls. I'll be honest when I say it. Money is great. It helps, but what about the ability to find a job so I can make money? That's what I need. A job where I can put, let's say he said something about a check. Let's say I get a check. Fine, put the money in the bank, maybe use it to invest in a business like I used this last time I got my survivor's benefits from my father's estate. I got that money from Social Security to put towards paying the bills and things like that. That was great. I got that done. We were able to invest a little bit of money into my studio, and everybody was happy, But I need a steady income coming in, because if I don't, it's going to be very difficult to produce the ultimate product. I mean, people want the ultimate product. They're not going to want the, the garbage. They want something that's, is as expansive and is deluxe and sweet and works great and less filling. And okay, that sounds a little bit like a beer commercial, but what the hell? The point I'm trying to say is that I need to use the money to invest into making a better studio. And then, of course, like I told Dory, I said, I want to go to the United Kingdom. I want to go to England. Not just to visit. I want to move there, okay? Because it's cool. I mean, the UK is cool. But there are things about the UK I have to admit that is not so cool. But that's the same with any country, I suppose. It's just that one of the things that the UK has going for it is it's got mass transit. You can take a train from Northern England all the way to Southern England. You can take buses. There's they have fusible mains plugs. I know some of you might be laughing like, what? What's so big about the fusible mains plugs? Well, watch Tom Scott's explanation on what a fusible mains plug is, and you'll understand exactly why it is a cool thing. And of course, they're so much ahead of the times when it comes to electrical safety that the typical American will never imagine this. If you ask me, I think that probably the British safety and standards engineers probably think Americans are probably more like Neanderthals when it comes to electricity. I mean, seriously? we have some really limitations to what our concepts of electricity safety. I mean, you can, when you realize when Hubel created the mains outlet in the U.S. Back in the early 1900s, it was a solution to using Edison's socket for plugging in everything from your air conditioner to your vacuum cleaner. After all, I mean, your typical Edison screw-based sockets are usually mounted on the ceiling, and which means that there were extension cords screwed into the sockets. They were doing something similar in the early Edwardian era in England, too. Some wall sockets were Edison-based sockets that would be mounted on the baseboard of the wall. Okay, big, large E26 or mogul bases sockets, which tended to be very, very tempting for little fingers to go into, and that would be the end of your little fingers. Fortunately enough, Hubel came up with the 2-pin outlet, as we know now here in the U.S. But whereas in there were several designs in the U.K. as well, by the way. But in 1947, the existing BS 13A plug was created, the mains plug, which worked in 1947. In addition to the fact that they were using the ring mains. Well, we don't need to use the ring mains, but the cool thing is that you can have, each plug has a fuse, okay? So when you, like, for example, standard computer cord might have a 5-amp fuse in it. So that means if something goes wrong with the wiring, and the power supply should crowbar or something really bad happens to the cord, especially extension cords, the fuse is going to melt before the plug does, before the cord does catch fire. That's a great safety feature that should not be dismissed as stupid. We see now Christmas lights in the U.S., but that's not using a standard 5x20 millimeter fuse. It's using some ridiculous tiny fuses that no one even knows where you can buy those things readily available. I got to get some bulbs for my Christmas lights because my Christmas bulbs are shot. Maybe that's another reason I've been depressed, is because it doesn't feel like Christmas. Yeah, okay, that's true. It doesn't feel like Christmas. In fact, if anything, it feels like, I don't know. It feels like Christmas just isn't here this year. It's not Christmas yet, technically. It's not Christmas until the 22nd of this year, which is Yule. But you know what? It still does not feel like Christmas. I don't know how to explain it to you. There's no snow, there's no cold air, I don't even see a lot of Christmas decorations. I mean, there are some out, yeah, but, the tree there, that's out. But it just doesn't feel like Christmas. I know it's the holidays. And one of the things I'd like to do for Christmas is I'd like to give Dory a Christmas present, and I can't even afford to do it. And that causes a lot of consternation and depression. I mean, I love her to bits, and I really want to give her something for Christmas, and I can't. And that hurts me, because every year it's the same thing, basically. It never changes. Maybe the characters change, the scenery changes, but the main tenet of the story never changes. It's a terrible time of year. You don't have any money. You basically realize that you want to give a loved one a present, but you can't give a loved one a present because you have no money to even buy your own medications and supplies you need for yourself. You're not trying to be selfish, but yet it's almost like that stupid self-help book, Look Out for Number 1. I don't need to look out for number 1. They'll take care of themselves. Number 2 needs to help right now. That's just me. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you, except to say is that number 1 said to me, which is your mother and father guy, said to me, don't worry, we'll work on it. You just go at home and just try to take it easy, and it'll work out. We'll see. And also another thing, too, I want to talk to you about, in order to meet compliance with the Federal Communications Commission, is closed captioning options for my videos. I wanted to tell you about this because I just found out this is some good news, guys. Listen carefully, but the price ain't so great, but it's good news otherwise. For $3 a minute, I can actually get a professional transcription service to transcribe my videos with closed captioning or into alternative languages, including, no joke, Klingon. I don't know how likely that's going to be a use, but at $3 a minute for a video, take the coronation video for a minute. That would be a good example. That's about a 30-minute video. You transcribe that. That's $150 just to transcribe it into the closed or open captioning or closed captioning for the deaf. I really feel that would be an excellent video to do that with because it's so important. But then what about the other 600 videos I've done? They're just as important too. But you know what? The sad truth is that Google's automatic on-the-fly closed captioning doesn't always do a good job translating it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and activate it on your computer. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's sometimes the closed caption decoder comes up with strange ideas of what I'm trying to say versus what I'm really trying to say. I don't know if some of it's like right now, I'm in a place that's pretty noisy. So yeah, it will not always translate it correctly. Okay, and of course, smacking my lips makes it come out well, kind of strange words too. And the way I sometimes talk too fast doesn't help. So I definitely want to consider using a transcription service to transcribe my videos into modern vernacular for the people, but the problem is that there is the ka-ching cost issue. I don't have the kind of funds to spend $3 a minute of a transcribing service to transcribe every one of those 600 videos. There are thousands of minutes of dialogue, text, demonstrations, whatever. If I was making more money, i.e., guys, Mr. Donation, I told you I really would like to have $100 by the 12th of December. Yeah, please, guys, $100. I got 190. On my YouTube channel, there's 125 subscribers, and on Google Plus, there's a lot more than that. If every person, let's just say it simple math. If every person, let's say there was 100 watchers, submitted $1 to GoFundMe or Patreon or to PayPal, that's $100 right there. We can meet that goal in less than a day. It's really not that much. How much do you pay for a coffee at Starbucks? How much do you pay for coffee at Cumberland Farms? For a price of four videos, you can buy one Starbucks coffee. So the price of one Cumberland Farms coffee, you can buy one video. Yeah, all I'm asking you to do is to help out here. I'm not asking you to go ahead and become a monthly subscriber. If you want to, hey, that's great. I'll work with you. I just need to help, guys, so we can do something for Christmas, please. I really would like to do something this year to help spread the cheer just a little more. Text me? Go. Okay. Guys, look, Michelle wants to help more people. And you guys are the key to the people she wants to help. And like Michelle said, if she can get the $100, we can finally enjoy something for Christmas this year and give people the love of Christmas. It's not much, $1. If all Michelle's subscribers gave $1 each, as many as I know we have, I mean, I lost track, but you have a pretty good idea. Let's just say $1 each. Let's say you had a total of 300 people. $300 right there in my pocket, our pocket. We can use that money to help make the videos better. We can get a new camera. We can buy new lighting. We can improve our set. We can make them bigger. You know, one of the things in Loom is I think people are asking one question that you have never answered lately. What's that? Why haven't you done a video lately? Because I'm not sure what the audience really wants, because they haven't told me anything. So you think it would be nice if at least it could give you some ideas? Yeah. What about you? I've been doing videos, but I'm running out of ideas too. That's a whole nother story, guys. We've been mentioning that to you for days and days and days and days and days after videos after video after video. The truth is that we do not have a writing team. We do not have a think tank that sits down and says, okay, let's discuss the videos for this week. doesn't work that way. It's just me and Lomi and sometimes Dory, and we have to come up with ideas. We want to continue to inspire and to educate and to make you feel good. But sometimes that we need all the help we can get, and it's not always easy to come up with ideas. Part of the problem is I'm kind of insular. I'm kind of behind. The fact is, I have to go everywhere on foot. There's little things I may not see outside in the world that may need to be addressed. Or I get a lot of information from the news, or I get a lot of information from the weather, and some concepts from Facebook and social feeds. But you guys gotta help me out here. You gotta help us both out. We want to keep reaching out to you, but we need your input. It's so easy, and it doesn't even cost anything to talk to us. It's easy. Just leave a comment in the comment section below here, and we will read them. You start my route. And if you want to talk to us directly, it's bsandboy3@gmail.com or LUMIFINISTRA@gmail.com. Or you can, of course, check us out on Google Plus at plus MICHELE space MARIE space D as in dog ALENE, or plus LUMI space FINISTRA. And Michelle's also on Facebook, correct. And that's easy enough to find me there. It's the same as the Google Plus without the plus. So that's it for now, guys. Please keep in mind, keep me in your prayers, keep me in your heart. Let's try to see if we can make some things happen for some people this year. I'm going to try to keep working on the snow. I will do my best, but I've got to find the right opening to defeat Mr. El Nino, and that's not going to be easy, considering how strong he is. But it looks like there may be a potential crack next week. I gotta see if I can look into more details and look at the weather maps and see if there's any way I can push the issue. It actually is going to be coming, a cold blister is going to come down as the cold front. By next week, it's going to hook a little bit towards, the jet stream is going to hook towards Pennsylvania, New York, and Connecticut. And so then maybe that might be where it's going to take the basic tool to pull that part down, move the cold fronts down more. Maybe I can do it there. But that's the only place I can think of right now. We'll certainly keep working on it. Okay? So until then, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.